Good Tuesday afternoon to you. I'm Storm Search 7 meteorologist Brian James. Well, here we sit, still watching this upper-level storm system down to the south of us, just waiting on it to make its turn and start heading toward us. And that will happen over the next day and a half or so. And by the next couple of days, the storm system will be in here and out of here. Then we'll wait for an Arctic invasion to come in as we head toward the weekend. But in the short term, we can watch what this storm is doing, looking at the water vapor imagery once again. And you can see that storm is still pinwheeling its way across western parts of Mexico. The center of the storm is here, and it is still expected to make that turn around the Big Bend area, then make its way up into northwest Texas and eventually southwestern parts of Oklahoma. There's a lot of Pacific moisture streaming up over top of the storm, but there's also a lot of Gulf of Mexico moisture coming in off the Gulf of Mexico, and it's curling its way toward the center of the storm. And that's important for us because as that storm does take its turn to the north, we need that moisture pulled into the storm so it can pay us a visit. And that does still appear to be the case on a fairly decent level as well. I'll show you some of the accumulated or forecasted expected amounts of rainfall coming up here in a little bit. Let's take a look at the visible satellite and show you what's been going on with the cloud cover. Again, most of it is downstate, often to south central and central parts of Oklahoma. For us, across the Texas Panhandle, Oklahoma Panhandle, eastern New Mexico, we've actually seen the clouds dropping back down to the south. We have a cold front that's slowly working its way south, and as it does that, it's pushing some of that moisture back to the south. But that's only temporary until the storm starts to make its turn to the north and then drives that moisture back into our area. So that will happen eventually. Let's take a look at what the computer model shows. This is looking at tomorrow morning. You can see the main shield of rain still well down to the south and across eastern and central parts of Texas. As we head through the afternoon tomorrow, you can see it's still rotating clockwise around the center of circulation, which is still down around the Big Bend area. As we head through the noon hour, this is the noon hour right here, you can see maybe a couple of showers trying to work their way in. So the sky will become cloudy from south to north as we head through the day tomorrow, and by the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, you can see more of the rain showers making their way in. So by the time we get to drive time or so tomorrow afternoon, there might be some wet roadways from Amarillo down to the south. Then as we head through the, let's say, Wednesday night into Thursday morning time frame, you can see that's when the main batch of rain starts to make its way north. Now, there is some snow showing up west of Lubbock and southeastern parts of New Mexico as we head through the overnight hours and as we head toward Thursday morning. This is Thursday morning right about here, 6 a.m., and you can see the bulk of the moisture is gone, but there are still some leftover snow showers across eastern New Mexico and the western parts of the panhandles, and as the storm does continue to move away, we might see some brief snow showers before things come to an end as we head into the noon hour, and by the noon hour it looks like most of that will be gone. So by the time we get to early in the afternoon, most of the rain, snow is gone. Light snow accumulations, not looking for much, more appreciable in terms of the rainfall totals, and that's what we're looking at here. Again, heavier rainfall across the parts of Texas into Louisiana and Arkansas, but for us, the blue shading right here, when using this scale right here, would be between 6/10 of an inch and 8/10 of an inch. So if you average it, about 3/4 of an inch for the areas in the dark blue here. Farther east and south, the models are showing a little bit more. So around Amarillo, perhaps close to an inch. To the south and east from there could be some spots even approaching around 2 inches from, say, around Childress down to roughly Paducah. But looks like most of the high plains will at least get about 1/4 of an inch, the exception being far northwestern parts of the high plains, northeastern New Mexico, western parts of the Oklahoma Panhandle may only see around 1/10 of an inch. But I think for the most part, most of us will get some beneficial moisture out of this before the storm system quickly pulls away. Don't forget to come back for Pro News 7 at 5, 6, and 10. We'll have more weather information for you, and we'll take a look at what's going to happen for that Arctic invasion coming up this weekend. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter as well. Hope you have a great afternoon. We'll see you then.